Are recording. Go for it.
Hey, awesome team. Woo, woo! Listen to my voice. Okay, so right now it's really awesome. We've got so many groups going on that you guys might be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to pull my hair out. But don't get overwhelmed. If some of those groups are too much for you, back off and just focus, get your blinders on and focus on what you need to focus on. So we're doing our WAM, which is basically, let's track our week. If you haven't done that yet, get out the paper, like start tracking because it really helps you to see sometimes. Okay, so I have never been good at tracking, and I'm finally getting into that habit, and it's taking me some time, but I have to be, forgiving of myself because I have never been consistent with this, and I'm really trying to rock this. So here's my 1 week tracker. I'm using this one that is in, I think we actually added it to our team page in our files. So the 1 week tracker, my 12-week push goal is still 2-star diamond, and each week my goal is Success Club 5, and that is helping 3 people. I love that, but this week I didn't hit it, and I'm okay with that because I've actually talked to a lot of people, and a bunch of people are in the Women Empowered group, and just I'm getting a lot of those freebies, but it's awesome because I really feel like I'm adding value, and that is my goal, is to add value to people and to help them in what their needs are. So I really truly believe that by doing that, it will come back to me. So it's awesome. I have been building my network. That's one of my that was one of my biggest priorities, is just keep building my network. And let me just look at the numbers really fast. Sorry, I'm going back to last week because I want to just compare. Okay, so my Facebook numbers went up by 12. That's good. And even my like page went up. And then my Instagram even went up. My Instagram went up by 20. So that's awesome.
How'd you do that? Just by liking people's stuff? I feel like Instagram, it goes zoom, zoom, zoom.
I've been focusing on it because I'm like, I always do the hashtags, and I've been watching and also just from the trainings that I'm hearing, because I've been feeling like that too, as well as with Instagram, that it just kind of goes up and down. You gain followers and then you lose them, and then you gain and then you lose. And I was kind of steady for a while, but the past few weeks, just because I've been tracking, and so I kind of know where I am, I've been really watching those numbers. And so I think that helps, is that I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
And so I've really been trying to add value to people, because I really wasn't doing, where's my page, and you guys will see, I am not consistent with Instagram. And so that's one of my goals this week, is to do like every day. So we have this page is in the, it's a tracker for Instagram. Look, you can see how blank it is, because I will go in and I'll comment, but then I forget. And it's really hard to track with Instagram, to go back, because I have no idea who I've commented on. Like, you have to track that. And so Friday was like my best day. I sat down, I was like, okay, I've got to do this focused hour, because with Instagram, I feel like I lose track, and then it's like 2 hours, and I'm going, holy cow, like what do I do? Like, it's just, I've always felt kind of lost. But by following this, I got 5 new follows, 5 invites, and then 10 comments on current targets. So people that are already following me, and then I've kind of been talking to here and there, I remember those people. And so I'll go back and really comment on their posts and add value. And it's actually been awesome. I feel like, and I've actually gotten more conversations going because of it. So if Instagram's not your jam, just focus on what is working for you, so that you can progress. Okay, the number of invites that I sent out for challenge groups, and this is including the sneak peeks and not the coaching, but just the free group, but women empowered group and stuff. I'm only at 50, and I really wanted to be at 100. So I'm half. I did get 14 coaching invites out, and I'd like that number to be up as well. I'd like it to be that number 50 and then the other number 50, but I'm working on it. It's just, one of those things. The books I'm reading, 50 Ways to Yay. I really am liking this book. I love workbook type books. Dude, what is up? You okay? You got the boogies? Here, let's get you a Kleenex. And here, you can have this. Okay. Sorry. And normally I would go through this a lot faster, but I'm actually reading this book with Kelly. And so it's been a little bit slower. He is a contemplator, and I have to just be okay with that. So we'll read a chapter, and then he'll sit and think about it for a minute, and then we discuss. But I love it because we've been having that quality time together, and we're really talking about things that we normally wouldn't. And so I've really been enjoying it. So on the other side, I'm listening to Start With Why, and I'm listening to different podcasts. So I'm getting my fill at the same time. So yeah, that's I feel like I'm at about 60% this week. I was sick. One of the days I was gone the entire day doing a photo shoot, and I just kind of feel like I'm blah, blah, this week. And so I'm going to say 60% because I did track a lot better, and I'm still pushing towards my goal. And yeah, that's my WAM.
All right. I like it.
Damn. Oh.
Yeah, so I think my goal this week is I would really like to get a ton of invites, maybe even today, do massive. I haven't invited anyone to that free group, and that's where the relationships build, and then through the week, whoever wants to join that, I can just build, and then mass invite maybe Saturday to our challenge group that's, going to be kicking off. So, and by the way, do we want to do a prep week next week, or should we there's so much going on. Should we just plan on the first part of February kicking off? Okay.
Yeah, I've been adding people as I go. I haven't gotten anybody for the couples thing, which I'm kind of bummed about. I think that would be really fun, and we could still incorporate that.
I just wasn't able to give it the juice it needed, and so
I agree. That's how I felt this week. So it everything kind of snuck up on me, and so
yeah.
But you just forgive and forget.
Yep, move forward, and we can definitely aim for that. Even March or whatever, it'll come. Okay, so where'd my page go? I would rate myself. What I was telling Laura is the first 2 days I was over 100% on my goals. I was rocking it, and then the tail end of my week with Sam, I'd say I end up at around 50-60%. It was a little bit frustrating, but fresh week, fresh start. With my other goals as well, eating balanced, I just couldn't pull together meal planning. So I did yesterday. I meal planned yesterday. So I've already got that checked off of my list. And I did awesome meal prep, which I'm going to share in our group. And I wanted to challenge in our challenge group. This week we talked about going through like schedule, habits, and meal planning with people. I was going to put out the challenge today for everyone to share a shot of a healthy meal daily, like just on top of stuff. Just show us what you're eating, or take a picture of your meal plan if you've written it all down. Yeah, something like that. So we'll see, but I think that could be a fun nutrition engagement, because that's the hardest part for people and for me. But yeah, overall 60%, and I really, really want to kind of make up for that this week. I want to mass invite today to the free group. I want to mass invite Saturday to our challenge group, and then all in between, mass relationships. So that's kind of my incentive for the week. Cool.
So you're talking about mass invites. This is a video that we watched in our Diamond Dash, and basically the girl said that she wakes up an hour early, just like once a week, and has major focus just in one area. So is that right?
Yeah.
So she feels like, inviting as far as coaching or whatever, and she just focuses that full hour and busts out like massive invites and or like massive building relationships. And so each week she focuses on 1 hour of one of those specific things, which I think is cool, because if you think about the whole month, and you guys can think forward towards February and plan out, okay, what do I want to mass invite for in my first week? What do I want to do my second week? Maybe it's just building relationships. Maybe you haven't done that yet, and you just need to mass build every week for a month. So think about what your goals are.
Yeah, and I loved it because I was so good at like just doing the power hour. And then I just kept hearing these top coaches talk about these mass invites and stuff. And I was trying to fit those in with instead of my power hour, but then I felt like I was falling behind with my invites or falling behind with my adding to network when I just focus on, And so this way, Monday through Friday, I'm doing my power hour. Saturdays are my day to just dig into something, and I didn't get that on Saturday, so that's why today I'm like, okay, I got to invite to that free group because that's what I was gonna do Saturday, but I didn't wake up early enough. I don't know. Anyway, yep, it's a struggle. Okay,
yeah, for sure. My struggle is the weekend. I have such a hard time, still even posting. I feel like my brain, I don't know. I feel like I need to change my mindset. Like I'm still a coach on Saturdays and Sundays. But yeah, I feel like we do need a break. But at the same time, you can still post about your family and like things that you're doing. You don't have to send,
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep, totally.
Something that
you've got to find the balance for you, for sure. Okay, we're going to switch gears to Summit. Look at my bedazzled Summit notebook from, was this last year's or 2 years ago?
Last year, because you gave me one.
Okay, so this is last year's, and I had Sam's. So I don't have a super ton of notes, but I still have some notes. So basically, I just wanted to give you guys a little breakdown of what to expect at Summit. So Laura, share with us what stuck with you with Josh Coates just a couple weeks ago that he was pointing out.
Oh, okay. So last Tuesday for our Tribe United Josh Coates call, if you guys haven't been getting onto those, there's been 2 so far. Holy cow, Josh Coates was awesome. This week, or the next 2 weeks, it's going to be a different person. But just really amazing leaders are helping us. It's so awesome, you guys. So Josh Coates, he was saying to surround yourself, build an environment for yourself where you're constantly getting, surrounding yourself with people who have achieved more than you, that you're striving towards. And it's the same thing as far as relationships. I actually posted about this in our group. It's about having relationships with people who are like-minded, who are on the same playing field as you, that you guys can bounce ideas off of and stuff. And then growing by, going to these events and just surrounding yourself with this type of environment, you guys. So seriously, there's no way anything could stop me from going to Summit. It is incredible. Like you can't even explain like how exciting it is, and how you just feel the fire and the passion of 10, 15,000 coaches are with you, and we're all striving towards greatness and striving toward reaching our full potential. You can't get that anywhere else. It's just incredible.
Yeah, our first year that we went, the coolest part was Laura and I were kind of disconnected from the team. Like, we were on Team Inspiration, but just didn't know anybody. And so we got to meet the team, and we got to meet Micah, and we got to sit and talk and goal plan with these fellow coaches. And then so we finally felt a part of this awesome community, and we're all on the same mission, like Laura said, and it became a fit family for sure.
I'm gonna mute, sorry.
Okay. And then the other thing I want to point out is, for your business, there is no other place that you can get what you get in Summit, from Summit. Last August was my best month, and guess what? That's not a surprise. It was coming straight off of Summit, and I was just so excited, so amped, so pumped, and I made great strides in my business. The one that comes to mind, in her first year of coaching, Jaylen Barnes, after Summit, she went 5-star by December. She was like, I think just a diamond, or not, I don't know what she was going in, but coming out of there, she went 5-star by December. And you just never know when that switch is going to happen for you. But to hear from the top coaches, to hear from their keynote speakers, like Dee was watching a YouTube video from Simon, what's his name? Simon Sinek. Yeah? Yeah. Simon Sinek. And I just heard his voice, and I was like, hey, I've seen him live. And he's the guy from
Right?
Start With Your Why. Yeah. And then I'm talking about Gary Vee, like he's my best friend. And he's like, who the heck is Gary Vee? Like, he's a jab hook guy. How many times do I have to hear you or tell you that? Because we heard him live, and the energy that they bring, and those, like, I still think about so many of those keynote speakers, and to hear Melanie Mitchell live, Christine Dwyer live, you're there with them. And now I see photos of these other coaches. I still don't know their name, but we listen to them live. Like that one chick that's tall, skinny, and she has that short blonde hair. I've seen some videos from her. She was one of our last in our hall. Anyway,
I don't remember.
You start to just connect with people, and really, really just become part of this fit family. So I think for me, those keynote speakers are awesome. The energy from people is awesome. The personal development, it's like personal development on crack is how I've heard people explain it, and it's just true. You leave there super amped. And then it's so fun because you get to have, girls night for 3 days, and we share a hotel room. I don't know. I just post any questions that you have about it, down below this video, and we can help you hash stuff out. Everything's a tax write-off because it's for your business. And so I don't know. I can't think of any reason to stay away other than you're in labor.
Also, the keynote speaker, one of the keynote speakers this year is Brendan Burchard. And I don't know if you guys have listened to him. He's actually in some of the trainings on our Inspiration Dream Team website. I listen to his podcast. He has books.
You talk about him a lot.
Oh my gosh, you guys, he's so awesome. It's the school. Mary's home. That's why. I'm not just. Anyways, Brendan Burchard, it's awesome. You guys listen to, or just find his podcast and just listen, and he's awesome. Yeah. Woohoo!
Okay. All right. Well, that's everything I had. Lar, any last?
Okay, my goal this week is to fill this whole page of the quality connections. There are 60
Good one.
spaces open, and I am going to fill this up.
When do you transfer people to that? I'm just curious. I don't know if there's a right or wrong. I feel like so I send out the new combos, and if someone like starts talking with me, is that when you put them onto there? Transfer.
If I feel like I'm connecting with the person, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like this past week, I almost got 30. I was at 27. And so
Nice.
that I'm even putting people, if I'm connecting and people respond to my comments and stuff like that.
That's a good idea.
So that's even with Instagram. So if I'm commenting and people are like, wow, thank you. I'm like, bam, they'll recognize me. They'll go to my page. Yeah, those are your quality connections.
That's a good idea. I haven't been putting them on. That'll help me with numbers. I'm like,
and since I'm going to be like having that Instagram sheet done this week, you're going to see. It's going to be amazing, you guys. You guys are going to be amazed at my amazingness.
Did you put that Instagram tracker anywhere in particular? Like in is the Instagram tracker in our team site, or?
I think I added it to our file. If not, it's in the Inspiration files.
Okay. All righty.
I with Instagram, I had to have a separate. In my mind, it's so separate that.
And that's for the full week, though. That one sheet.
That one sheet is every day.
Yeah, I could just staple that onto here. I track Instagram just through this, but it is good to plug in there. Maybe I can do like.
So I'm going to show you. I've got my Power Hour. Here, I do the Instagram on my very first page, and then I also do notes. It's really cool because I always was having like 10 notebooks, and oh my gosh, we're doing another call. I wanted to take notes and stuff. So I've been using the back of these pages because then I can go back and say, oh my gosh, that's what I did this week. That's what I learned this week. So it's really awesome. And she has things like weekly notes, weekly plans and stuff like that. And then I have my tracker at the very end. So I've really enjoyed this.
Yeah, I agree. It's been nice. And it's nice to have the full 12 weeks just printed so I don't have to every week be like,
Yeah, I use this, and then I use my life planner, which is one of my favorite things. And yeah, I feel like I'm getting so much more organized, and that has been my biggest struggle. So
I help. All right, Kay. Talk to y'all later.
Have an awesome week.